Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally testing out Kikkia Joy Cosmetics. If you are unaware, you shouldn't be, but just in case you are, Nikkia Joy is a fellow creator here on YouTube. She's amazing. She has amazing videos and she also has her own makeup line. So in my comment section, I have I have gotten more comments. I think anytime I've tested a blurring powder especially, I have been told about this powder. It is the Kikkia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. So I decided I would go ahead and pick this up, but not only am I going to test out the powder, I have brushes, I have highlighters, I had to think, sponges, I have pigments and lashes. I have a lot of things here. So if you want to see how everything performed and how I created this look, just keep watching. I've got the kitty cat ears going on again today. Makes it a little bit easier. And I just used one of these sponges in the duo pack that I purchased. This is the pink one, so I used the bottom to do my foundation and this side to do my concealer. Now I'm going to use this one, and these are super soft. Like, these are really, really, really nice quality, they seem like. I'll have to see, you know, if they hold up or whatever, but I do like the sponges upon the initial just impression. I'm going to use this one to set, and I'm going to go in with the infamous, I say that because I have been told about this powder so many times. It is the Kikkia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. So I'm going to take this, and I've already taken all of the little plastic coverings off so that I can just shake it and get the product out. Let's see, this is what it looks like. It has like a slight yellow, more like a beige yellow, not yellow yellow. It looks like a good color. It kind of smells like vanilla. I'm going to take this side of, I've got foundation on my fingers, so it's getting on the sponge, but I'm going to take this slanted side, I'm going to dip into the powder, grab it like so, and I'm going to do it just like I do with my Huda Beauty powder, and go on the pores first, and then I will bring it upward. Ooh, this melts into the skin very, very nicely. Like, I don't know this powder as well as I do the Huda Beauty powder, so I didn't go in with as much initially because I just don't know it. I don't know if it's thicker. Let me actually feel it. Ooh. It has a really nice consistency to it, which isn't surprising because it's going into my skin very nicely as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I know a lot of you don't even want to hear this spill because I say it all the time, but there are new subscribers, so I like to mention it. I break out from Z-May's cornstarch that is in makeup products, and this powder does unfortunately have that, but it happens a little bit more often with setting powders than it does with like blushes or bronzers. It'll still happen with those products, but setting powders especially, which really stinks because this looks like it's going to be, go away. This looks like it's going to be a fantastic powder. But yeah, it does break me out. So I'm going to be reviewing this powder and then I will wear it all day long so I can tell you if it holds back oil or anything like that, if it gets cakey or not. But I'm already kind of sad because this does look pretty darn good. It's smoothing out my skin, blurring it very nicely. I picked up some face and some eye brushes to use today, and I think I'm going to use this one to set the rest of my face. This is called the Luxe Powder, the FO2. Just going to tap. Oof, oof, going over there. I'm going to press this into the skin first and then do a little bit more of the sweeping motion. This would be a good bronzer brush as well. Alright, first impressions on this powder is it looks really good. It's very smooth. Like, it feels nice and smooth. It doesn't feel dry. My skin looks like it is blurred, which I love. It's definitely a matte finish. Yeah, so far so good with that. Put the top on, got powder all over it. And we're gonna move on to bronzer. Now, I don't have a product from her for bronzer, but I do have a bronzer brush. This is the number 4. I'm dyslexic. I was putting that so backwards. It is F04. And I'm gonna pick, which bronzer do I wanna go in with today? Let's go in with one of my favorites, the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in the shade number 2. And I'm just gonna start pressing first and then blending. I like the density of this brush. Ooh, I might not have set right there as well. Oh yeah, there's something in my foundation. Shoot, I'll be right back. I have no idea what that was, but there was definitely just something, and I'm gonna have a spot there. That's great. I tried to fix it, but that's a little hard to do when you literally just pressed your powder into your skin. Maybe the highlight will fix it, or it'll just make it more obvious. There is another spot over here. What is going on? Oh my goodness. I've got a little bit of a helmet going on. I don't have any extra product on my brush, so I might need some. It's fine. I've got bangs. It's fine. E05 Firm Blend, and I'm just going to take the bronzer, and I'm going to go right along the sides of my nose and up into whatever we call this area. I'm going to move on to eyes before I go and finish the rest of my face. I picked up, when I purchased this, which was a while ago, this has been sitting in my beauty closet and waiting to be reviewed. But when I was on the site, I just picked up the ones that I could get my hands on. There were definitely other ones that I really, really wanted. But I picked up 3 of the loose pigments. Does anybody know why this part of your hand would just hurt if you haven't been injured? Like, I don't know. Right here, it hurts. It's bugging me. All right, this is the shade Mirage. That is so pretty, and it's really smooth too. This one is Aurora. Looks like it's going to be more of a greeny gold. Did I see purple in that? Yes, I do. When I move my hand, I see... Oh, I like that. Can you guys see that? I don't know if it's purple or blue. I really like the texture of these. And then one more. This is the shade Frosted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is not, there's no way this is reading on camera the way it should. It's a different texture. It does have glitter in there, like micro glitter. But these are a different texture than this, and this, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna do one eye so I can kind of feel it out, and then I'll come back and do the other. I'm gonna take the E08 Large Shader and MAC Blanc Type. I have not set my eye with my eye primer, which today I'm actually just using concealer. And I'm going to take this right underneath my brow arch, kind of diffusing the edge of underneath my brow. And I just like for that area to be set. The rest of the eye I will leave unset so I have something sticky to adhere to. Now I'm going to use my bronzer in my crease with the Diffused Crease E03. And I am just literally going to go back and forth windshield wiper motions. I'm using this as a transition shade. It's like, when in doubt, just use your bronzer. Easy peasy. Circular motions to push it upward. I'm going to go in with the bronzer again on the E12 pencil brush. Now this one I did find to be a little scratchy. Not bad, but just a little bit. If you have sensitive eyes, it could be a problem. But I also want to mention that I have several of the 227 from Zoeva, and there's one brush out of all of those 227s that's a little scratchy. So it could be the same case with this. I feel like the tip is I don't know. I feel like I could probably take scissors or something and just kind of, or maybe like a little razor, just go right on the top and it would be fine, because the other brushes do not feel like this. So I wanted to mention it, but it's not bad, and it does work really well for underneath the eye. Now I'm going to use the loose pigment in Aurora. I'm going to spray my brush. I like to spray my brush first when I'm picking up pigments, but then if I'm using shadows, I do it after. I don't know why. I'm going to start placing this on the center of the lid. So pretty. I love it. And then I'm going to start pressing upward so I get a little bit of that color up into the crease, but not too much. Like, so the majority will be on the lid and excess upward. EO6 Precision Blend. Again, I'm going to spray it. And now I'm going to go in with the darker color. This is Mirage. Placing this on the outer corner. Ooh, a little bit of fallout. Ooh, I don't want to. I'm going to leave that there for right now. Get the little bit of excess off my brush. I want that to dry up a little bit because of it being wet. And I just wiped a little bit more off because I'm going to go into the crease area a little bit. If I move this right now with the pigments possibly being a little damp, I could get the green just slid across my face, so I don't want to do that. I'm taking this into the crease just a little bit. Back in with the original crease brush with the bronzer on it. I'm just going right around the edge. Now I didn't have a brush for frosted that I wanted to use for the inner corner, so I'm going to go in with my Refer 21. Like this on the brush is just so pretty. And I'm going to tap this on. Do you see this? I'm in love. And I'm working over the middle shade, bringing in the inner corner. I love it. I love it. I'm going back in with that center shade, not using it wet this time. I just picked up a tiny bit just to merge everything together so we have a nice blend. And then I'm going to go add on liner and these lashes. I finished off the eyes with the JUVIA'S Place Kajal liner on the top inner rim, and then I also used this. I've been testing this out actually for a little while now. This was sent to me by a friend and a subscriber and a YouTuber, Holly. I will leave her information in the description box. This is from House Laboratories. Now I haven't really loved many things. I haven't loved anything from the brand. But this is really good, and it's brown. It is the liquid eyeliner in Whiskey. It's a demi-matte liquid eyeliner, and it doesn't budge, and it works really, really well. So anywho, I have that on my top lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to finishing off the cheeks, and then I don't have any lip products, so I don't know. I'll put something on. Let me not forget that I put on lashes. I'm not used to doing it. I haven't been wearing strip lashes for a while, and so yeah, I forgot that I even put them on, even though I was on the struggle bus, because my lash glue is like all dried up, and yeah, I'm just not used to putting them on. But I used these. What style? This is ASHLEIGH 2.0. Now, when I was on the site, I picked up two. This other style is Athena. If you can see these right here, they're a little bit more dramatic, definitely more full. These are long and more wispy. I really like these because I definitely can tell that I'm wearing lashes, but they're soft, and I really like that. And also, the biggest reason why I went ahead and picked these up is the band. These have what I like to call the fish line band. I don't know if it's actually fish line. or anything like that. It's just clear and it's very thin, so it's just so much more comfortable. I don't like the big black thick. I can't. They don't go on my eyes very easily. I have such a hard time with them, but these feel good, they look good, and I didn't have, I like the band. I can't say that I didn't have troubles, because I did, just because I'm not used to it, but not because of the band or anything like that. And again, this style is gorgeous. I would repurchase these if I was wearing lashes all the time. Again, ASHLEIGH 2.0. I'm going to highlight before I put on my blush. I did pick up the highlighting palette. This is the Illuminate Luxury Highlighting Palette. We have a mirror on the inside, and then this is what it looks like, the shades. Some of these I could definitely use as blush toppers, but you have, like, this is, ooh, that is like an icy white. This one, ooh, I love the pinky tone, so pretty. This, oh, I love that shade too. I have a feeling this one, yeah, this is probably, I'm probably going to go in with that one. And this. Ooh, this one's, ooh, okay, I might be switching over to that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in with this. That's just shade Glow. The F07 highlighting brush, the shade Glow. It's like peachy. Buff this into my skin. See if I can cover up that spot on my cheek. I'm going to add some to my nose and chin. For blush, I'm going to go in with She's Sincere from Patrick Ta and the angled contour brush. This is the F03. I'm going to blend that into the highlight. It'll help soften it a little bit too. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not in love with the texture of this highlight and what it's doing on my skin. So I want to see if it's a highlight thing on me or if it's the brush. So I want to use my go-to. This is the 306 from Linda Hallberg. I'm going to go in with that same shade and see. Yeah, see, I feel like that just kind of, it's more able to push it and blend it into my skin than the more fluffy brush. To finish off my face, I went ahead and I took my Milk setting spray. I sprayed the bottom of the black sponge and then I kind of went over the highlight area to make it melt into my skin just a little bit more. And then I went ahead and I took the sponge on the rest of my face. I could have sprayed it, but I mean, I already had it on the booty of the sponge, so I mean, why not? And then I took her powder and I buffed right around everything. You guys know I love to buff. It's just, it makes everything just come together and make everything look really seamless, and I really like the finished look. But now let me go through the products and tell you guys my thoughts. Starting off with the sponge set, I love these. These are the perfect texture. I love that you have one that is more of a traditional shape. It's the perfect squishiness. The texture of them are really, really great. They're not too porous. I don't like it when sponges are porous because I feel like it can make your makeup not look as smooth. So the texture of these are really great. I really like this one, especially for taking the powder and really pressing it into the skin. I love these. Definitely will repurchase. Now let me talk about the brushes. You probably will have seen some like hair fall. I did not wash these before I use them, and traditionally I like to do that. With natural hair, you will get some bristles that come out, and sometimes with synthetic as well, but especially with natural hair fibers. And on her website it reads that these are cruelty-free natural fibers. So I expect for the bristles to come out to some extent. It happens with my rougher brushes, it happens with everything all the way up to Tom Ford, so it's not something that I am especially worried about. The only time it bothers me is if it continues to happen. Oh my gosh, it used to happen so much with my MAC brushes. So that is not something that I would be concerned about. Like I said, I have not washed these, and that is something that I usually do, especially with face brushes. So just keep that in mind. It's completely normal, and the only way it would bother me is if it continued to happen. But yeah, no, I'm not talking about like one here or there, but you guys know what I'm saying. Anywho, I think the brushes worked really, really well. I love the shape of this one. I will use this one the most. I love that I can use this for powder, and I definitely will be able to use this for bronzer. The bronzer brush, I love the density of this. I love the shape. These brushes are really great. And this one's a really good one as well. I don't always use this shape. It's kind of like when I'm in a mood for it, but brush-wise, they worked beautifully. I especially like the eye brushes. I will purchase more eye brushes for sure. The only one that I had a small issue with, and like I said, I have so many Zoeva 227s, and it has happened to one of them. So this could be just a random one that it happened to. It's just a little bit scratchy, but not enough to make it to where I wouldn't use it or anything like that. I just want to mention it for a thorough review. This is the pencil brush, but I really like these. And I believe that all of these are natural bristles as well, with the exception, I think, of this one. Is this the large shader? Yeah, I believe that this one is synthetic. Yeah, this one has crimped synthetic fiber. So this is the only one that isn't natural, but again, I like it because I tend to use the 252 to go right underneath my brow arch, and this one worked really well for that area as well. I like this one. It's kind of like a larger MAC 239. This is what I use for the center of the lid. But these blending brushes, this is the pencil. These blending brushes, I love them. I love the shape of them. I love how they worked. Like, I will be purchasing more blending brushes. These are really, really great. I like the way they performed, and the whole look was really effortless with these brushes. So I was really impressed. I remember getting my package in and taking the plastic off of these brushes and thinking, wow, like, these are really good. I had an initial first impression of like, ooh, I'm excited about trying these out, and they did not disappoint. The loose pigments are gorgeous, very easy to work with. I love the textures and the way that they look on the eyes. These are stunning. These are stunning. Definitely want to get my hands on more shades. There were shades that I really, really wanted, but they were all sold out at the time, and we have to get back on there and check more out. Work really incredible. I love the texture of them. And then, funny story, the green that had gotten right here, I decided I didn't even want to attempt to take a brush and go across my face. I was like, I don't want to mess up my makeup. So I waited, I don't know, I just got, everything done with my eyes, and then I went into the bathroom and I took my hair dryer and I was like, so I had no issues because I took my hair dryer to it, but it didn't mess up my shadows. I didn't have any misplacement or anything moving around, and I don't feel like they're losing intensity or anything like that. So very happy with those, and the lashes are gorgeous. Am I gonna wear these? I mean, I'll probably wear them again. I will put them back in the box. I'll just, take them off, and I'll likely wear them again at some point, but I'm just not a lash girl. However, with that being said, I like the band on these. They feel nice. I don't feel like I feel them on my eyes. I literally can't feel them at all. They feel like weightless, which is really, really great. So if you like a more lighter weight band or even lighter weight style, I would definitely suggest these. Which now brings me to the highlighting palette and this brush right here, which is the F07 Precision Highlight. I definitely think you can use this for highlighting, but this texture, this formula is one of those they're slightly denser and they're very creamy. So I find that using a denser brush works it into the skin a little bit better. I think that this brush will work better on softer formulas or even a loose highlight. If you've tried the DENONA MIRAGE, that formula, it's similar to that. This is really pretty. You can definitely get these to be intense. So if you want something that is going to be blinding, you can definitely get that with this palette. Now let's get into the powder. I feel like everybody wants to know my thoughts on the powder. The only negative for me is that I can't use it. And that's not her fault. The formula is great. It definitely blurs out my skin. I think it is beautiful. It looks really great underneath the eyes. It's just something that I have a sensitivity to, so that's bad news for me. but would I suggest this? Absolutely. Anywho, beauties, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you check out Kikkia Joy. I will have her in the description box linked, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.